What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cmoney back with another video, and today we got to talk about the Raw after WrestleMania, the Monday Night Raw, the April 20th, 2026 episode of Monday Night Raw, which was the Raw after WrestleMania, which is the biggest Raw of the year. The Raw after WrestleMania is always said to be the biggest Raw of the year because it's following WrestleMania. There's always NXT call-ups, shocking returns. There's always big stuff that happens on the Raw after WrestleMania. And yeah, this Raw after WrestleMania, it was pretty good. Nothing crazy, it wasn't the best, but I thought it was still good. We had some good stuff. The Street Profits returned. Sol Ruka debuted on Raw. Ethan Page debuted on Raw. Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. But overall, it was a good episode of Raw. The Raw after WrestleMania, nothing crazy, but still pretty good. Let's talk about it. So Raw opens up with Obafemi. After coming off his big win over Brock Lesnar, after retiring Brock Lesnar, Obafemi comes out and says, "Your ruler, the ruler, has arrived." And then just dropped it and just walked off. That was it. The ruler has arrived. Obafemi. Dominance. And that's all he said. Obafemi is going to be a big star in WWE. I can guarantee you that. Then we have Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defeated the Kabuki Warriors in a tag team match. And then that was it, because then they show a backstage segment, Rhea and Io saying goodbye, because Rhea's going to SmackDown as the SmackDown champion, and Io has to stay on Raw. So they said goodbye to each other, and then it was funny because Rhea was walking off. Liv Morgan was in the background with her championship, and so they kind of had a little face-to-face there. The history between them two, now both champions. But yeah, so emotional goodbye for Rhea and Io. But we know we'll see them circle back eventually. We know we'll see that. Then Ethan Page made his debut because he had a little backstage segment with Javon Evans and Adam Pearce. Javon Evans was saying to Penta how, he still wants that championship. Ethan Page is like, no, you failed, all that. So then Ethan Page and Javon Evans have a match on Raw. Ethan Page picks up the victory because a Rusev distracted Javon Evans and then allowed Ethan Page to win. Rusev then dominated Javon Evans after the match. Penta came out and tried to make the save, but then Ethan Page attacked Penta, or he pushed Penta off the top rope, allowing Rusev to capitalize. And then Ethan Page was like, "All you, man, all you. I'm good." And then Rusev takes down Penta and holds up and grabs the Intercontinental Championship. Rusev's still after the Intercontinental Championship, so that's interesting now. Are they going to give Rusev the championship? I'm not sure. I know they're going to give it to Javon eventually, but are they going to give it to Rusev? That's the question. We'll see. But yeah, Rusev standing tall with the Intercontinental Championship. Then we got to hear from CM Punk. After losing to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, CM Punk comes out, and with the same entrance as WrestleMania, where he came out to no music, right? It's just the black screen, and then just crowd cheering. He does, "It's clobbering time," and then the music hits. I honestly like that. I think that's pretty cool. So CM Punk comes out, he's talking about, how he was talking about the names on his jacket that he wore, the WWE the backstage people that he had on his jacket at WrestleMania, all that, and just saying how, he suffered a lot of loss recently and, this, that, but he's like, "I'm confident you guys have got me through it all. I'm confident you guys will get me through this as well." And he's like, I'm gonna stay ready, because you never know when another championship opportunity is gonna fall out of the sky. Cody Rhodes comes out with a big black eye after what happened with Randy Orton. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes face to face, and And Cody's like, I wasn't expecting this from you. And Punk's like, oh, what you weren't you thought I was gonna freak out, or you thought I was gonna be all upset that I lost to Roman, all that. And then Cody's like, yeah. and then and then they start um talking, and Cody's just saying, because like Cody talked about how he just feels so weird. He's like, I'm the one. We both were champions, yet I'm the one standing here with the title, not you. And yet you seem to be almost in a better mood than me. Or like he said, it was something like that. And then Punk's like, that's because you had to beat someone you love. You had to beat like your brother Randy Orton. I got to beat up someone I hated. So it's like you're upset because you had to put down your brother. You had to put down your friend Randy Orton. And then of course he got attacked afterwards. So I mean that just added on to it. Um so he's like, keep doing what you're doing. Keep winning. Keep defending that championship. And then he looks at it and he's like, cuz you never know when an opportunity is going to fall out of the sky. And then and Cody goes like he's like, say when. And that's it. So we're getting Cody Rhodes and CM Punk down the road eventually. I mean, we've been teasing. They've been teasing this match for well over a year, and we know it's going to happen soon. So yeah, Cody and Punk had that little segment. Cody's like, name the time, name the place, and we'll do it. Now going on to again the one thing that made me the most mad about WrestleMania. Liv Morgan won the Women's World Championship, right? And I didn't want her to win. I wanted Stephanie to win. But Liv Morgan comes out celebrating her victory. Sol Ruka comes out and interrupts her, and they get into it a little bit, and they eventually go into a match. Sol Ruka taking on Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan picks up the victory because Zarya, Sol Ruka's former friend, now bitter enemy, took her out, allowing Liv Morgan to capitalize and win the match. So Liv Morgan defeated Sol Ruka in her Raw debut, but that's okay because we know we're going to be seeing a lot of Sol Ruka very soon. Then Stephanie came out, and her and Liv had a stare down on the stage, face to face. Hopefully, this means we will get a rematch between the two, and maybe Stephanie can win the belt back. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I was okay. The only reason I was okay with this Liv Morgan thing was I want Raquel or someone to turn on her, and they didn't do it yet. It might be coming. There's still a chance it might be coming, but I want to see Raquel turn on Liv. That's the only reason I'll accept her as champion, bro. But it's whatever. And then let's talk about the Vision, Braun Breaker. So first, Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. Austin Theory come out. Paul Heyman was talking because they showed a package of Brock Lesnar and his career and all that. So Paul Heyman comes out and is like, he was saying how Brock was still in the now part of the intro, then now forever together. Brock was still in the now. He's like, put Brock Lesnar in the forever because he is forever going to be the baddest man ever. He will forever be the beast. Brock Lesnar. Yeah. So Paul Heyman just going off saying, put Brock Lesnar in the forever part of the then now forever because he will certainly live forever. Brock Lesnar. He will live forever in the WWE. Then they get into WrestleMania. Logan Paul and Austin Theory to talk about, I Show Speed and how they screwed him over, all that, whatever. Then we get to the thing actually. Then after Logan Paul's done talking, then we finally get Braun Breaker. So they announce Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker comes out, and he's talking to Seth Rollins. He's like, he wants to put an end to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins music hits. Where's he at? From behind, Seth Rollins whacks Braun Breaker with a chair, gets him right in the back of the head, and busted him open. Like Braun Breaker was like, his whole head was like covered in blood because Seth hit him in the back of the head with the chair, and it cut him. So Seth hits him, and then Logan Paul and Austin Theory are teaming up on him. taking him out, taking him out. Then the Street Profits return. They come out, they completely take out. They're still fight. They are start fighting with Austin Theory, Logan Paul. They fight into the crowd. They go all over the place. Then Braun Breaker gets back in the ring, all bloody, all bloody. Seth Rollins tries to fight back, but Braun Breaker eventually gets him with a spear, and then gets him with another spear. Braun Breaker standing over Seth Rollins, and this match, when it happens, is going to cook. I can't wait for it. Finn Balor defeated JD McDonough in a one-on-one match. Finn Balor, it's so good to see him back as a face. He even brought back the trunks because he's been for the past few years he switched to pants. He's been wearing pants. Now he's back to the original just trunks. And it's just so good seeing him as a face again. He defeats JD McDonough. Dom tries to attack him afterwards, but Finn Balor gets the upper hand in the end as Dominic and JD run off. LA Knight and Gunther had a little backstage segment because Jackie Redmond was trying to ask Gunther about, all right, but what does Paul Heyman owe you now that you took care of Seth Rollins? And he didn't really get a chance to say it. LA Knight shows up. Well, Gunther says how he's still after the world title. LA Knight comes out, or LA Knight is face to face with him, and he says he also wants the world title. So maybe we'll see them two go at it down the road for a spot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Then, last and certainly not least, let's talk about Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns comes out with the Usos because Roman's walking and he's in the gorilla position. The Usos are there clapping for him, and Roman's like, let's go. So Roman and the Usos go out together. The OG theme song, still the OG theme song, just like the old days. OG theme song, OG bloodline. The Usos and Roman Reigns come out, and Roman starts talking to the Usos, and he's like, I miss this. I miss I miss having your guys' trust and everything. I missed what we had. And Roman was saying how I want you guys with me. You don't have to work under me. I just want you guys to be by my side and just still I want us to be like this. He's like we've been like this for so long. I want us to be like this. And then in the end they all raise up the ones. They all put the ones up to the sky. And that's when Jacob Fatu's music hits. Jacob Fatu comes out and challenges Roman Reigns to a match at Backlash. I was not expecting this. So Jacob challenges Roman to a match at Backlash. Roman says, all right, he's like, I'll be back next week on Raw. I want you to think about this because I don't think you're ready, little cousin. So Roman doesn't think he's ready. So he says he'll be back next week because Roman's back full time. Roman said he'll be back next week and they'll reconvene and see if he still wants to do it. So this match is going to cook. We know it at Backlash. That's going to be great. But that's it, guys. I thank you guys for watching my Raw reactions. Again, the Raw after WrestleMania, it was pretty good. Again, nothing crazy, but overall it was good. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more, and Cmoney is out.